Second straight night where you've gotten a lot of contributions from a lot of people. How happy are you with the way you're kind of sharing the ball right now?
We needed it, all over the place. Whether Etwan stepping in again, Ronnie getting a big steal for us, just a lot of guys getting into the game, being ready to play, and playing unselfishly on both ends.
Coach, can you talk about Nick's efficiency and production on the offensive end tonight?
He was really good for us. First play of the game, we go to him, call his number, establish him in the post, and from the rest of the night, he was really good for us, whether it was drawing double teams, kicking out the shooters, but overall, he was real big for us in the post tonight.
Jacque, what's the initial report you're hearing about Jameer, and have you had a chance to check in with him yet?
Yeah, he has a sprained left foot, and so he'll continue to be evaluated, and we'll just kind of see how he progresses. Probably makes that turkey taste a little not as good tomorrow when you got a sprained left foot.
I think this is one of those chances where Victor's going to get a shot at point guard and see where his progress is. He made a couple of good plays where he got in the lane and made the right pass tonight. Are you seeing signs of growth from him as far as making the right plays?
Yeah, I think overall, just he had more than 2 or 3 opportunities where he got in the middle of the paint, dumped off, made good passes, and so he's continued to feel those situations, and they'll become instinctive. And overall, he's done a good job. Really good tonight. We push him, 40 minutes, 42 minutes. Wow, on a back-to-back. Pretty impressive.
Coach, you went deep into your bench early in that first quarter. You played 10 guys. Was that knowing that Philly was short on guys tonight, try and wear them out a little bit?
No, it was more so for us. Having a game last night in Atlanta and traveling, coming back here. Really want to just get some contributions off the bench. Went with Max early, and so we need guys. We're going to continue to need guys throughout the course of the year.
Well, this is another double-digit scoring game for Glenn. I think almost 20. What do you see from him after 4 games back?
Well, I think he's still feeling his way. I think guys are getting a rhythm of playing with him. He'll get a rhythm of when a guy's going to cut, when he's not going to cut. We had a couple times tonight where a couple pump fakes where there's still some indecision because he hasn't played with a group consistently, but that'll come with time.
Have you seen a sort of added value to having Davis back there to help Vucevic out? It seems like you guys are able to defend a lot more in paint and keep guys from driving as much.
Well, Glenn's an experienced defender, and a lot of times just being in the right place in rotations, being in the right place in pick and roll coverage, and then the physicality of helping Nick rebound the basketball. So those things add up over the course of the game.
Coach, Aaron had a rough first half. He only had 3 points. Just talk about his will in that second half, and especially in that fourth quarter where he had, I believe it was 13 points in the fourth quarter.
We went to him. He demanded the basketball, and he was good when he got it. He ended up getting to a point where they double-teamed him, and then he served as a cog for us on the post. So just another good night from him. Solid, professional, came to work, and did his job tonight.
Jacque, Friday will be Victor's 24th game as a pro. Do you believe in the rookie wall thing, and do you see any signs of that with him, especially as high energy as he is?
Not yet. I think we got a long ways to go. Hopefully, that's my impression. We got a long ways to go before I even consider having a rookie wall talk with him. He's full of energy. Again tonight, we're playing 42 minutes, and he'll be ready to play on Friday as well. So I don't think we'll have to address that with him for a little while, right?
He had 8 turnovers. He's had a 9 turnover. I think a 7. What do you see? Is this just going to school, playing the position? Is it Russian? What do you see as a former point guard when you watch?
Tough position to play. That's first of all. wanted to do the right thing, the pace of the game, his speed, decision-making, not being in situations before, seeing those for the first time. I'm put in situations to see how he responds to different things. We want all that to add up and for him to keep learning from the situations. And he might have another 8, 9, 10 turnover night. But he is a stalwart at coming back the next day with confidence and ready to do his job.
Doesn't it have to get to where it's an instinctual thing for a point guard? I mean, we've never played it before. Is he thinking too much about doing the right thing instead of as a 2, where that's where I would guess his first instincts would be? Are we just looking at that transition?
You know, I think for a point guard or a guy that's handling the basketball through the course of a night, there's a lot that goes on in your head. You got the coach in your head, you got other players in your head, you're trying to do the right thing, you got time and score in your hand, you got who had the basketball the last possession, you got my defensive coverages. There's a lot of things that go on through the course of a night. And he'll continue to be pushed and put in situations, but I have complete confidence that he's going to come out of this as an excellent, special player for us.
Coach, I know it's earlier in the year. I'm just wondering if you pay much attention to the standings and the playoff seeding right now, or if that's something that maybe you look at later in the year.
I have not paid attention, Evan. Only thing I knew, Atlanta was in 3rd place because we played them last night. And so when I was reading the scout report, their win-loss was at the top of the sheet. So besides that, I haven't paid attention to it. And I do watch a lot of games, but that's not something I pay attention to.
So if you're not looking at playoff seeds necessarily, how are you evaluating this team?
Everyday success. That's doing the job every day. What's our effort level? What's our concentration level? That's where our success lies right there.
Coach, we know Vucevic has been a double-double machine for you, but would you say his greatest improvement this season has been on the defensive end? He had 3 blocks tonight, and is he starting to become more of an enforcer down low?
Tonight, huge block down the stretch for us. Came over, protected his teammate, huge block down the stretch. So I think he's really taking on the challenge of being a presence for us on the defensive end of the floor. And that's great for his teammates to rely on him and trust in him and count on him. So he's taking that challenge, definitely.
If Jameer can't go Friday night, what happens to your guard rotation?
Well, after I enjoy my stuffing and turkey and a little bit of cranberry relish, I'll start thinking about that. And I'll have positive thoughts that Jameer will be able to play Friday. How about that, Ken?
This was a game that didn't seem to come easy. You guys got out to a little bit of a lead in the first half, and then the second half seemed to yo-yo between 1 possession game to 3-4 possession game. What does it say to you that this team was able to kind of stick with it and grind out a victory and keep control of the game really the entire second half?
Yeah, that's progress for us. I didn't like the 10-0 run before the half. We were up 15, 10-0 run, and that gets us up 5 at half. But I think overall we watched a couple of clips at halftime, made a few adjustments, and then overall we came out and, like you said, grinded out a game, and that's okay sometimes.
How many plays do you call from a bench? What percentage during a game? And how many do you just let the guys in the flow? I mean, other than on a break, obviously, but half court,
It's interesting. I'll have to, I don't think we keep track of that. A lot of times I do it by feel. A lot of times, initially we want to get out and run and get up the floor. So I do not call a play every time. We can say that.
Everyone good?
Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving, Coach.
Okay.